none of us would be here today. And additionally, happy birthday to Carla Litchfield. Hey! What a special birthday present this must have been. How about another round of applause for everybody involved today? Okay, now let me see a show of hands of anyone that's upset that their entire Memorial Day weekend was ruined by this wedding.
No one.
No one? Oh, we got a couple. Only a couple. All right, but seriously, who would be selfish enough to have a wedding on Memorial Day weekend? Aside from my wife and me, of course. That's right. We too got married on Memorial Day weekend, and ironically, Chris and Jamie have come to visit us in Los Angeles 3 of the last 4 Memorial Day weekends. I remember their first visit, I tried desperately to tell my wife that hanging out with one of my college buddies on our anniversary was a great idea. And when she found out that Jamie was 10 years younger, she was extremely excited. We ended up having a fantastic time and are thrilled to be celebrating their nuptials here today. It was 8 years ago. That's right. Jill and I have been married for 8 years. Chris, to be honest, it's only felt like 5 minutes. 5 minutes underwater. 8 years ago, 8 years ago, Litch gave a toast at my wedding.
I get it.
That's right. Don't feel bad for him right now. He was ruthless. This guy told jokes about me doing yoga, trying yoga, and he told jokes about me being follically challenged. Speaking of hair, I mean, seriously, look at this masterpiece. Last night, we actually, the first time in 20 years, we actually got a little insight into the formula behind what happens. At 1 in the morning, he walked us through exactly what happens. I'm not kidding. This actually wasn't in my speech. He starts with a pomade for shine. Then he goes to a clay for hold. And then he finishes with the spray. Ladies and gentlemen, this wedding is brought to you by Paul Mitchell. But seriously, if Chris spends as much time on this marriage as he does his hair, Jamie is going to be a very happy wife. Along the lines of knowing the latest and greatest hair care products, let's talk for a moment about Chris's interior design skills. We heard today from the officiant, she stole half my material, but that's okay. We heard today about his OCD tendencies. If you've seen the closet, the hangers are color coordinated, everything's perfectly folded, the pictures are in the perfect spot. But the interior design skills are very impressive. Chris is the only guy I've ever met that can name the entire roster for every 49er championship football team, yet also put together a living room fit for Architectural Digest. The first time Jill visited Chris's apartment with me in San Francisco, she was immediately impressed. She actually stole some of his ideas for our place. Hard to believe that the guy I got drunk with before USC football games actually gave my wife the idea to float candles in a vase with sand sprinkled around it as a dining room set. So, Chris and I met at USC.
That's terrific.
We were fraternity brothers. He was actually my little bro. He loves it when I call him my little bro. I'm not sure why we were paired up, actually, but I think it's because we're both Jewish. It's weird because his name is Christopher. Is he or isn't he? Let's take a closer look. He loves food. He's extremely neurotic. He's beautiful bride is Jewish. He picked me, someone who's also Jewish, to be his best man. I mean, everyone in our fraternity thought his name was pronounced Litchfield. Great thing about Chris is he loves to have a good time. He's always ready to go, and everyone in this room probably knows the same. And the man can actually make a mean cocktail. He's taken his game to a whole new level, as you can probably see by these signature cocktails here tonight. And actually, for years, I've heard about the famous gin fizzes that he would make on Christmas morning for the entire family. Again, confusing that somebody that's Jewish is celebrating Christmas, but I never really asked any questions. Continuing in the spirit of pointing out one of Chris's shortcomings. That was not a height joke. I'm 5'9", dude. It's average height. Sorry. Actually, one shortcoming of Chris historically has been his ability to handle large decisions. We're actually very similar in the sense that we love to discuss big decisions and hash them out over and over. But with Jamie, he never had a doubt. I noticed a difference right when she became a part of his life. He never looked back, and what a fantastic decision he has made. From the moment they ruined our 5th anniversary, I knew she was the one. Jamie, I'm thrilled to have you in our lives. Thank you for making my friends so happy. And even though we don't have interior design in common, Chris is truly one of my very best friends. We speak at least 3 times a week, even though we live on opposite sides of the country. Sometimes even more. And our conversations aren't just about sports or stories about our alcoholic friends. The majority of our conversations are actually meaningful.
Those guys?
We share everything. Good things, bad things, successes, failures. I can always count on Chris. I know he would be there if I needed him, and I'd always be there for him. They say you can count the number of true friends you have on one hand, maybe even one finger. Well, Chris is one of those true friends. Not just to me, but to a lot of people in this room. We're all very lucky to have him in our lives. Let's all raise our glasses to honor Chris and Jamie.